Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of Angry Fans. I'm your host, Afro, and with me, I got the boy, Jesus. How you doing tonight, man?
Doing good yourself?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. All right, man. We haven't really done a lot of anime talk. We've talked about a lot of shows, but we haven't really debated about what we believe to be the best. So I wanted to, pick your brain and go through the list of the past decade. So we're not going to include 2021. We're just going to do 2011 all the way to 2020. And after going through this list right before we started, man, I had to go back and remake it because this was a lot more difficult than what I thought. I couldn't just pick one for every year. I started doing that, and then I thought about it. I was like, no, wait, I can't do that. So I'm gonna have you argue with me on this, and we can figure this out together. Did you have any problems making your list?
No, I didn't make a list because I'm always unprepared, but I can look at this list and think back to those times.
Yeah, I shared my list with you. There's a couple that I didn't name because I didn't think it was worthy of it wasn't a worthy adversary. So if anybody listens to this or they see this, go ahead, drop in the comments what you believe should be there for what year or what you believe should make the top 10 list when we're done for the decade. But we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to top off with 2011. So obviously the number one choice I had to put was Hunter x Hunter, the remake they did. Gon and Killua, them and them boys, man, they put in work. People still argue that it's the greatest anime of all time and it's still unfinished. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on Hunter x Hunter. I've only gotten into maybe 3 or 4 seasons of Hunter x Hunter, and I will say it's definitely.
Well, there's not even that many seasons, bro.
See, that's the best part. So
it ends right after the Chimera arc.
Okay. See, I didn't get to the Chimera arc, but I did get to where they learned how to it's not, I don't know if it's ki or
you're talking about their nen, where they learned how to use their nen.
Yes.
So you were that's when shit starts getting real in Hunter x Hunter.
I also saw the little tournament after everything they had to do to try
with the dodgeball fight, one of them top anime fights of all time, Gon versus Hisoka.
So I will say, when I played games like J City and Jump Force, I definitely picked going in. How do you say homeboy's hair, the white hair? Killua. Bro, kid's a savage.
Yeah, he's a problem.
His whole family, all that stuff, like straight up savage. And in the game, I always used his moves. So Hunter x Hunter definitely is there. I gotta watch the Chimera arc.
You definitely need to finish that. I'm kind of shocked that you have not seen all of that, especially if you like Killua, because his character development throughout the show. I have buddies who've seen it. They hate Killua because he comes from one of the greatest assassination families of all time. And he becomes a bitch at one point. That's just the simplest way of saying it. But when he gets his balls back, oh man, one of my favorite scenes of all time. I don't want to ruin it for you. You'll see it yourself. But besides that, man, Fate Zero,
so
that also came out. I know you've seen Fate Zero.
All right, I've seen at least 3 or 4 different arcs of Fate Zero, and the first one I got put on scrolling through Instagram, and it was just like a weird video popped up, and it showed the psycho dude who eats the kids. And he's with the serial killer, and the serial killer's running around Japan or whatever, and he's just like, "Yo, I'm making art." And then he meets, bro, the way they manipulated the kid into thinking he escaped just to get that certain flavor of fear. I was like, bro, this show. Never mind, Excalibur and all the other the saber and spear, and so there was so many aspects. And then the new seasons that came after that. The new masters, the new game.
Yeah, the world of Fate Zero is a beautiful thing, man. But that first season, to me, it's still the best one because it was so unexpected. And I remember watching that and just being in awe of the animation because that was the first time you saw that animation fucking grab you and just be sucked into the fights. I remember I had people come over that aren't anime fans and they were watching this like, bro, where'd you get this? Wait, what is this? They're like, oh shit, hold up. So that is a good recommendation. The last one, man, I don't know if you've seen this. This is actually one of the saddest anime of all time. Um, and it's such a good story. It has to do with the little girl who is friends with all these people. She ends up dying, but she ends up coming back to one of her friends, and there's like a group of 6 of them, and like she just needs her final wish to be granted before she could pass on to heaven. It's called Anohana, the last flower we saw. It's one of the deepest animes I've ever seen. Uh, all these friends, you know how people, they get older, they grow apart. She is able to bring them all back together. So I had to put this on the list because if you watch it, you will cry. That's just how it is. That's just it. So I can't put it number 1, but I had to have it on the honorable mentions. I'm not going to lie, man. I mentioned Hunter x Hunter first, but I have to put Fate Zero number 1 for 2011.
Fate Zero, yeah.
All right, cool. I'm happy we agree with that. And I'm gonna go ahead and start making a list. But right now, for top of the decade, we have Fate Zero at number 1. All right, man. Going down to
knocked out at any time too.
What'd you say?
I was like, we have it at number 1, but no one that we're about to go through this list that can get knocked out at any time. It's number 2.
Oh, you want to legit not even go by the year. You want to legit make a top 10 list of the decade.
No. It'll get number 1 for 2011. Yeah. But as far as like right now, boom,
the top decade list.
Yes, but it's obviously we're gonna go through the next year, and easily we can just argue about it. Like, no, this will be number 1.
I think Fate Zero will hold it down for at least a couple years.
You see what I'm saying?
Some years are just like, what the fuck, man? Like, I'm already stressing out thinking about it, man. I might get some gray hairs by the end of this. But going into 2012, man, we're gonna start off with Psycho-Pass. And for me, this is a clear winner of 2012. Psycho-Pass is a crazy sci-fi thriller anime, futuristic. I believe that's how the world should operate now, man. As soon as people get out of line, you're dead, kid. Like, there's no room for that bullshit. Like, we need to live in a happy world. You, of all people, man, you talk about how the world needs a restart. Have you seen Psycho-Pass?
I'm wondering if Psycho-Pass is the one that's like they're all kind of like that special force with the guns and the black suits and stuff.
Correct. Okay, and they're not allowed to use their gun unless somebody gets out of control. Like, everything's locked down.
I've seen a few episodes of it, but I haven't. It's up on my shelf. So if I get to binge it now, so that's gonna be dope.
Yeah, no, there's a second season, and I know they have a live action movie as well. So it's doing great things, man. I wasn't really too thrilled with the second season, but once again, we're just talking about best anime of the year right now. That first season, 2012, hands down is one of my favorites. But the other honorable mentions, we have Magi, The Labyrinth. That shit was sick. JoJo Bizarro, that's when it first got its start. It took me years to get into JoJo. I only watched it on recommendation. I'm happy I did. But when it first dropped out, I was not excited to watch it. I was very, very confused and weirded out. I'm not gonna lie. Kuroko no Basket, one of the greatest sports anime of all time. I have to put that on the list. Beautiful animation. And then Sword Art Online. I got the pops, I got the figures, I got clothes.
Yeah, you love Sword Art Online.
Hey, man, to me, so one of the reasons why I have to have it on the list, right, is Sword Art Online started the isekai anime trend. Before Sword Art Online, nobody really cared about watching anime where people went into another world or into a video game and then they could possibly die. That was just game changing. And for me, being an anime fan and a gamer, like, I couldn't think of a better way to die. Like, if I was going to die, I would want it to be by my own foolishness in a VR game. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I fucked up, I fucked up. That's how I died. I don't want to die of old age, man. I want to die because somebody in the laughing coffin killed me.
Like Finn and
for slipping.
I want to be there. My adventure.
Just for storytelling alone, I have to put Psycho-Pass number 1, though. I don't know if you can agree with me or if you have another pick for 2012, but for me, I have to put Psycho-Pass.
Seeing how I didn't watch many of these animes at all, I would just to rebuttal you, I'll say JoJo because
JoJo?
Yeah, because it was different and it was everybody, like, people were one side or the other side when it comes to the JoJo Bizarre Adventures every time. And for me, I always knew it was around, but when I played it, I played the characters and J Stars or Jump Force. A lot of these games, you see how their art style could be funny and could be different, and like their moves and stuff like that. So I used to add some of their moves to my character, and I'd just be like, yeah, see, JoJo's in its own category.
JoJo got better. To me, it didn't get good till they went to Egypt.
And
so JoJo's second season, by all means, but I can't put the first season over Psycho Pass.
Oh no! Like, you know what? And that, you know what? I agree with that. But I only say JoJo because it was a different style, and like everybody was either one-sided or two-sided about. Like a lot of people was like, I don't know about JoJo. Some people were like, have you actually watched it? And I was one of the people who haven't actually watched it, but it like seemed unique because
definitely unique, man. 100%.
Yeah, exactly. It had its own style, and I thought that was pretty dope. And like, it was some different change we needed to see for anime, you know, because it's such an open world in anime. But Psycho Pass, yeah. But just to rebuttal you.
All right, cool. So right now for the first two, we have Fate Zero and Psycho Pass. Going on to 2013, I know you've seen most of these, so we can definitely talk more about what is number one here. I think we'll agree on who's number one. But I'm going to go with Attack on Titan. We have Log Horizon, Kill la Kill, Ace of the Diamond, and Hajime no Ippo. Hajime no Ippo is a boxing anime. They argue it's the greatest sports anime of all time. I'm not going to put it over Kuroko no Basket, but it's definitely up there. I wouldn't even put it over Haiku, but that's a different year. But yeah, man, I'm torn on 2013, man, because I know you're a big Attack on Titan fan. I loved Log Horizon. Ace of the Diamond is my favorite sports anime besides Haiku. Kill la Kill, man, like you were just talking about, like the difference with art style. With JoJo, like Kill la Kill was just different, man. And I just fell in love. And the idea was so original and different. And I thought it was so beautiful. So I'm not going to lie, man. I'm going to put Kill la Kill as my favorite anime of 2013.
And you already know I'm going to say Attack on Titan. Only because, I mean, damn. The vibes, the feels. Attack on Titan came when Game of Thrones was doing its savage type of thing. And Attack on Titan, literally, like anytime I watched it, I was like, it was the Game of Thrones of anime because they'll kill anybody, but they 100%. Kill them so righteously sometimes, and then sometimes it's just like, yo, you didn't eat anything, you're not even a thought, no one's even gonna know how you died. And I'm like, bro, oh. And then like when you get further into the series, it gets darker and deeper, and it's just like, yo. Attack on Titan.
Yeah, that first season left you with a lot of
where you were just wanting more. That was just 2013 to like Eren coming out of the goddamn Titan and becoming one and shit like that. Like, yo, bro, when he got eaten, damn. Like, I was just like, he was talking. He said, I have to see the sea. And then chomp. And I was just like, bro, I remember like that show built me up and broke me right there.
Well, yeah, we had to wait so long for season 2 that so many people got into the manga.
Exactly, yeah, that's what people did. I didn't go to the manga. I stayed with the show. I stayed with the anime. And then once the mangas came out, I had one thing spoiled for me that I knew was going to happen way ahead of time. And then all the years later, it finally happened. And I was like, all right, it didn't sting as much, but it's pretty dope to see how Attack on Titan started and how the trend evolved over.
You know, I'm going to have to agree with you. I'm going to give 2013 to Attack on Titan because Kill la Kill, we got closure to where Attack on Titan, the hype was so real, man, that I had to go into the manga, man. I had to stop doing what I was doing, other shit, to where I had to learn what the fuck was going on, man. I was tired of missing out.
That basement, the juice, bro, the dark scene. It was the most entertaining soap opera of butchered murder and just soaked in so much blood. Oh man, Attack on Titan. I'm sorry, 2013.
Yeah. No, I'll give it to Attack on Titan.
That was the beginning. That was only the beginning.
Now, people who are paying attention so far throughout the show, I just want you guys to know we're not going to include second or third seasons on this list. Obviously, you know, when people talk about best anime of a year, you know, second and third seasons are included. I'm just talking about original, beginning. Yeah. No second, no third season, just the first season, how it got started. So if you're listening, I don't want to hear those comments. I don't want to read those. Like, just pay attention, and we're going to give you the best decade list we can offer you. So going into 2014, this one was really hard, man. I don't know who I'm going to pick on this. Even I was fucking just arguing with myself mentally as I was writing it down. But we have Parasite the Maximum, which was fucking probably the greatest character development story I've ever seen or read. It was so good. It's a horror anime. It's so deep, bro. Like, the friendship he gets with this little creature that takes over his arm, bro. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep naming off the rest of them. So we have Parasite the Maximum, No Game, No Life. Very short anime. Unfortunately, the manga and the anime came to an end because the creator was sued because they basically said he copied other people's art styles. So I don't believe we're ever gonna see anything else come out of it. Not only that, the short stories were so short to where there's not more that they can offer. But No Game, No Life is one of the most entertainment things. Have you seen No Game Life? Do you know what it's about?
I have heard of it, but I have not gotten to get to it.
So basically, it's in Isekai. There's a brother and a sister who are like the number one gamers in the world that they live in, but they hate the world to where all of a sudden a god brings them into another world, and it's a video game world. And once again, they're the number one gamers in the world. So they go to this new world where everything is video game style, and they just use what they know to take advantage of the world they live in, basically to end up playing against God themselves. It's pretty fucking entertainment. I want the story to come to an end because I need closure because it's so good. But to keep going, we have Tokyo Ghoul. Yeah. Another dark anime, you know, just like Parasite the Maximum. I still believe the story was better in Parasite the Maximum, like the character development, but the relationships and the characters as a whole in Tokyo Ghoul, I fucking love that show. I love everything about that.
Tokyo Ghoul is probably one of my favorites. I still haven't finished the other seasons, but
I mean, even in past episodes when we did our favorite anime intros, Tokyo Ghoul's Unravel was my favorite anime intro. So I still bump that shit. I was bumping it earlier.
Yeah, but saying I bump it on my Spotify list. So yeah.
Haiku is another anime that came out, and that's a volleyball anime. Another great anime intro we talked about. Fly High, but we're getting off topic. Haiku, I didn't get into Haiku till about I want to say 4 years ago. So I missed it when it first came out. I didn't pay attention to it because it was a volleyball anime. I'm a sports fan, but it's volleyball. I didn't care. But the Haiku, I have to give that. Your Lie in April, another very fucking sad anime. Probably the saddest anime of all time after Ahonen, The Last Flower We Saw. And Akame ga Kill. Yo, 2014 was full of dark anime, bro.
They slapped hard, though. I mean, shit. I haven't seen once again, I haven't seen all of these, but I have seen a good deal of them, or I've caught a few of them. It's dope to see anime getting darker and darker because you need that for the fans like us.
Oh, I agree with you 100%.
Always seeing the regular basic stuff all the time, but most people who are just getting an anime now don't know how the horizon is there. There's just so many different categories. It's nice to see it growing with us. As far as I'm concerned,
I gotta ask you, man. If you were gonna pick one to be the number one here, what would you say?
Oh, dude, the number one here. Well, I really, really liked Parasite, and I really, really liked Tokyo. But I would say I'll go with Parasite.
All right, cool. That's the tiebreaker right there, man. Because I was torn as well.
Dude opened his mouth and first opening scene ate his wife's head. And I was just like, oh. I was just like, what happened? What did she do? Oh,
that was actually the first anime that my girl sat down and watched through with me. Parasite. You know, it's funny. We ended up watching Tokyo Ghoul right after that, but after those two animes,
Bro,
I haven't been able to get her back into anything else.
That's that scene where the dude went into the Yakuza, the clubhouse, and just. I was like, "Yo, that was wild." So yeah, I'll give it to Parasite. Tokyo Ghoul is so good, but Parasite just really did something else, and it was really nice to see.
Yeah, 2014 was a great year for anime. 2015, man, I didn't have any competition for this one, man. I just had one name, man, because to me, like when it first came out, I couldn't take it serious. But One Punch Man to me is the number one anime of 2015. As soon as I heard about it, I saw this bald dude in a yellow suit with the red gloves. I was like, what the fuck is this? I remember I was in Newberry Comics, and the guys there know, as you can see from my pop collection, I collect a lot of shit. They were like, dude, have you seen One Punch Man yet? And I was like, no. Are you going to watch it? You need to watch it tonight. I was like, no. I'm not going to watch this stupid shit.
Everybody who told me to watch it, they were just like, you have to watch it. And I finally watched it. I was like, oh my. I was like, this is some funny shit.
I was so mad at myself that I waited. By the time it finished, I got to watch it all. So I was happy. Because that's not a type of anime I could sit and wait week to week for. Definitely not.
Yeah.
And 2015, there's no competition. One Punch Man, Saitama just knocked it out of the park. Not only is he's one of the greatest characters I've ever seen, he's one of the funniest fucking characters, and he has the best personality I've ever seen. And him and his partner Genos together, it's a beautiful thing, dude. Please stop shipping them. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, please. But that's all we have from 2015 anime, huh?
Yeah. That's like, once again, like I went through, I did a lot of research. There's nothing else worth mentioning in 2015, sadly.
Nothing else, not even Food Wars.
So I've never watched Food Wars. I know
we said we weren't going to do seasons, but Fate Stay Night was also complete. It was Fate Zero.
That's the only other reason why I didn't bring it up, because we had Fate Zero in a past year.
Yeah. Okay. So there's Gintama. A lot of people.
Once again, that's a continuation because Gintama started years before that.
You're right. Yeah, absolutely.
So that's another reason why I made my comment earlier. Like, I'm not gonna speak on second or third seasons. But obviously there are a lot of ones that you can argue with it. But I'm not gonna put Food Wars over One Punch Man.
I'm going through it right now, and you're right. There's really nobody that.
Exactly. 2015 was a dud year. A lot of people were still watching what happened in 2014. In 2015.
Yeah, because there's all the continuations from like Naruto to One Piece to Fairy Tail.
But stuff. I will say this, man, 2016 was one hell of a fucking year. And this is arguably one of the hardest one besides 2019. So let's go through this list real quick. The beginning of 2016, we had My Hero Academia. And that just took over, where people fell in love. It's became so many people's favorite anime. I love My Hero. I got the pops right above me, man. I got a poster on the wall. It's such a great world. It's such a beautiful idea. The fact that they were able to take something that so many people have touched on, like heroes and villains, and just create this original idea. It's so beautiful. But we also have Erased, which is, to me, that was my favorite anime of the year. I was mad when it didn't win anime of the year. Crunchyroll gave it anime of the year, but there were some people who gave it to My Hero, and I was really bullshit about that. But Erased is one of the deepest and darkest animes I've ever seen. And if you haven't seen it, man, they even made a live action adaptation, and it's so good. I was very excited to watch that. We also have ReZero, Subaru.
ReZero.
That shit's crazy. When I first watched that dude come out and die over and over and over again just to start over. I couldn't even put My Hero over ReZero when it first came out. I was arguing with people until I had veins popping out of my head. Obviously, My Hero is a better anime now over time, but at that time I couldn't put it over it. Let's see, Mob Psycho. Fucking Jesus Christ. And that was a great follow-up because the creator of One Punch Man made Mob Psycho. So for him to have back-to-back killer years, Mob Psycho I love that anime. Drifters. Still patiently waiting for a season 2. That shit is crazy. I don't know if you remember Drifters.
I think I did watch Drifters.
So I believe you did, because I remember us talking about. So Drifters is when they took different war heroes from different time periods and threw them all in.
That
and
was my
the
shit.
animation style, and that shit was
Beautiful.
fucking badass, dude.
Beautiful.
Definitely one of my favorite
Drifters.
animes.
Drifters is my jam.
My favorite anime from 2016 though, it was definitely 91 Days. 91 Days had to do with the Prohibition era.
Okay,
had
so
the
I
mob
did. I
involved with
started.
it.
Yeah, I started 91 Days.
It's very deep. You know, it has to do with it's a revenge story where this kid's dad gets killed by the mob, and he ends up going undercover, befriending the mob, and then overtaking them. And it's a beautiful fucking thing. But yeah, great storytelling in that. Bungo Stray Dogs. That's my last one from the list.
Yeah.
Fucking great characters, beautiful story. From 2016, man. I think you're probably gonna go with My Hero, but who are you picking for the number one?
My Hero. My Hero was amazing, but I would go with. I'll go with Drifters because it was new for me, and then the fact that they were taking people from other times, and then people would just be like, "I don't know what you're saying, bro."
Yeah.
Just be like, everybody just be like, "Yo, I think he's talking Japanese. I'm not sure." And then some of them had to like relearn. Okay, I won't say Drifters. Drifters was really a favorite.
Hey man, they had some of the best animation style that year for sure. The fight scenes in that was crazy.
I want to say My Hero, but no, like who the GOAT was, and it was Mob Psycho. Like that Mob Psycho goes so hard, and like when you actually get to watch it, it's crazy. I'll give it to Mob Psycho just because you would think people would say My Hero, but My Hero has plenty of time to do what it's doing. But
yeah, for sure.
2016 had some really good animes.
I like that you picked Mob Psycho because I really love Mob. He's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, no, it's really good because like when I actually finally got to sit down and get into it, I was just like,
yeah, we were actually supposed to do Mob Psycho review video, go through every episode and watch them. Which I'd be happy to still do. We can still do that. Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm torn on this one because I love Mob Psycho, but the storytelling in Erased was so much better, and then 91 Days was so good. I have to pick Erased. To me, Erased was the number one anime of that year. I don't know how we're gonna do a tiebreaker, but I wish we had a third person to debate with us. So we'll leave 2016 how it is right now. Going on to 2017, man. Inuyashiki Last Hero. Inuyashiki Last Hero is a crazy anime. It's on Amazon Prime. If you haven't seen it, have you seen it?
Oh man, that anime was amazing. I dropped my jaw droppers. Like I was
one of the
like,
most fucked up animes I've ever seen.
Dude, the first house dude went to, and the dad was giving his kid a bath. Oh my god. Boy, I was like, whoa. I was like, yo, Mike.
Still has one of my favorite scenes of all time, though.
When the girl over comes the TVs and she's, what's your favorite anime?
Yeah.
The manga.
One Piece?
One Piece?
Oh, mine too. Who's your favorite character?
Zoro? What? You're going to kill me, aren't you? You killed my family, didn't you? Don't worry about them. Tell me about your manga. Tell me what you like about One Piece. I was like, bro, when he took over the TVs in like Times Square and Tokyo and everywhere, and he was just like, all right, I done told y'all. I was like, yo, just bodies. I was like, yo, this dude.
That anime came out of nowhere. I watched that shit on a whim, and I was so thankful I did. And I make comments here and there to other people who know about that anime, just making the bang comment, and they get it. But other people who don't watch that anime, they have no idea what I'm talking about. But like that shit was a beautiful story.
It was a beautiful story. It was dark. It was sad, but it was dope to see the old man.
The old man, he really was a hero, bro. Like I felt so bad for him in the beginning because his family.
The very beginning,
he had the worst family.
I don't even want to tell them that I'm terminally ill.
Yeah.
And I was like, you went and bought the dog. I was hoping the dog was going to turn into a robot too because the dog was there. So like I was just like holding out for that, but it didn't happen. I was just like, bro, that was an amazing anime. But so
all right, man. The next one we have is Saga of Tanya the Evil. I watched this one off of a recommendation from one of my coworkers, and it's another isekai anime where a guy dies And he believes he was always right. He believes that he can never be wrong, and he's the smartest person in the world. When he dies, he curses God, and God actually shows up and talks to him right before he gets hit by a train because somebody pushed him in front of a train, right? Somebody pushed him in front of a train, and then all of a sudden he curses God, saying, I did everything right. I never did anything wrong, but I'm going to die from this scumbag. So God shows up and says, oh, if you think you can do everything right, show it to me. Prove me wrong. And he puts him in another world as a little blonde girl. And in this world, he becomes a fucking savage because it's in the middle of a war. And this little girl does not give a fuck, bro. She will kill you on the spot. Some of the best animation I've ever seen. Some of the best fights I've ever seen. I'm surprised more people haven't talked about this. Have you seen it?
Is that like the one with the Russian little girl?
The little Russian girl.
Yo, that's on my watch list. I'm definitely
bro, if you watch that, when you see him die and see him argue with God, it's fucking hilarious. And God will pop up in the other world too. But it's so different. And I can't put it over Inuyashiki Last Hero because that shit was fire. But yeah, and then we have Boruto, the beginning of Boruto.
Hey.
And I can't give it to Boruto. I had to give it as an honorable mention because when Boruto first came out, I was already reading the manga. And when the anime started, for anybody who's a Boruto fan, you know the anime starts completely different from where the manga starts. So I was thrown for a loop. I was actually very upset, but I understood what they were trying to do. They wanted to, open up the world, give you more information, get to know the characters. And then when it finally caught up to the manga, that's when shit gets real. Yep. So I enjoyed it. Once again, honorable mention. But for me, 2017, I got to give it to Inuyashiki Last Hero. Would you agree?
I will give it to Boruto only because I am a diehard Naruto fan and because I knew how spicy the development could get. And because when the haters were talking their shit, I already knew it was going to happen. And then other shit happened. So it's just like, arguably, you needed Boruto to do what it needed to do, so you could grown up Sasuke and Naruto.
When Boruto first started, the anime just started getting good this past year.
When Boruto first started, first of all, I'm going to sit there and shun everybody down right now because this is what you wanted when Naruto ended. You wanted to see what was going to happen in the future. You wanted to see who was going to shack up. You wanted to see who was going to become Hokage. You wanted to see where everybody who had all these interactions with Naruto, where he was going to grow. Bro, my biggest thing was...
we got that in the last movie.
Bro, but no.
The best part of Boruto was in the last part of Naruto. That's the crazy part.
When you saw Naruto's family, granted, but to actually see Shikamaru's kid, like Shikamaru's genius passed down to the next kid, Choji's moves and stuff still passed. Like to see them still doing the Ino-Shika chant.
Rock Lee carry on the guy sensei.
Bro, and legacy. In the last movie, Rock Lee had a whole bunch of other dudes who trained just like him when they had to open up the inner gates to hit the comments out of the sky and shit. I'm like, bro, see, there's so much development that people want to see, and you see it. Like even Orochimaru's gang. That was one of the biggest things I wanted to know in Boruto was like, they pardoned Orochimaru. What's going on with him, Jugo, Karin, and that, bro, there's so much I wanted to see, and I got it. But my biggest hope in Boruto is to see what he would inherit, or when Boruto grows up with Sarada, what will they create? Like they are they're blood of the fucking Sage of the Six Paths. Yeah. It continues, and that's the best part about it. Like when everybody was just like, this anime is whack, bro. They were exploring the Sand Village. I don't want to get too into whack. Which one?
I never thought it was whack. I got upset.
No. I'm talking about a lot of people who are not there's so much developed. Like Boruto needed to happen, and you know what? There may even be another show after that because honestly, I would like to see when Boruto and them grow up and the decisions they're going to have to make because
I think this world will continue for years to come.
There's that, but the way the way the manga's going, I'm not sure. Like anytime, they're gonna have to create whole new villains, but it's just I don't know. I think Boruto's amazing. I'm gonna give it to Boruto just because I'm a diehard fan and I enjoyed the development.
Bro, I know Boruto's first season was not better than Inuyashiki.
It may have not been better than that, but it gave me the development that I wanted to see. And Inuyashiki, I'm sorry, was a one-hit wonder. Like,
It was a one-hit wonder. But once again, we're just talking about best anime of the year. So,
of that year, I want to give it to Boruto because it is the next generation of Naruto, and I've been watching Naruto all these years, and it is one of my favorite animes of all time.
I love it.
To see them grow and to keep going, and this is what the next linear legacy is going to be. And you get to see a new. And then the Boruto movie came out, bro. Come on, Sasuke and Naruto versus
Momoshiki.
Oh God, bro! And then the show did a better fight, and I was just like, see, that right there was worth the wait of all these terrible shows to see a better fight in the show than the movie did. And it's just I'm you know me, I'm a big Naruto fan, bro.
I respect it, and hey, I agree with everything you said because when Naruto ended, I was bullshit.
Yeah,
I was so mad.
Legit, even though it ended on a note that it was like, oh, this is more happy for the fans, but then like that final fight to get to Naruto and Sasuke, and to see how strong they actually got, like, bro, that's because the Sage gave them those powers, but like even before they got those powers, bro, they were already like before Naruto even met God. He had already bonded with Kurama and all of the tailed beasts. Like before Sasuke ever fucking created a god like Susanoo, he already can manipulate 3 or 4 different forms of Susanoo along with a manga. Like these kids were OP as fuck, and I needed to see how it could go on to the next line. And then now seeing Boruto is more hands, and at the same time he's also he's being trained by Sasuke. So there's going to be shit they're going to pull out of nowhere that we're not going to expect to see from this kid. But he's already like, shit, he learned from his mistakes. He's already learning. And now, if you were where I'm at in the manga.
I'm not too far from you in the manga, and I'm caught up on the anime. But once again, we're just talking about 2017. Yeah.
I give it to Boruto. I definitely can't agree with you for The Last Hero, but I'm just a dedicated fan. But let's get on to the next one because
I got you, man. The next one, the next year is pretty fire. You know, we had that time I got reincarnated as a slime. Rimuru, one of the best characters. Another Iniseki anime where he's brought into another world. I couldn't take this serious at first, and I only watched this off a recommendation. And my buddy told me, he's like, "Yo, you have to watch this." It was such a good anime. And I was so happy to be able to watch that. And I'm happy the second season is going on right now. Violet Evergarden, another very sad story. Some of the best animation I've ever witnessed. The movies are amazing. If you haven't watched this, bro, you definitely have to watch it. It's all on Netflix.
Oh no, dude, I got this list. So I mean, so much I got.
Yeah. Now I can hound you because I basically gave you a list of all my favorite anime.
Yeah, exactly. For the past decade.
And then we have Devilman Crybaby. Fucking anime of the year winner. That shit was so crazy. I love the animation style. Beautiful fucking anime. Out of these 3 that I just named, would you pick? Have you seen all 3 of them?
I've seen bits and parts of Devilman Crybaby. I have seen a handful of the time I reincarnated as a slime. And then I saw this AMV video about the time I was reincarnated as a slime. And I was just like, dude, I'm more excited to see more of that. So I'll give it to Slime just because, like, I'm not too familiar with it. And I saw, like, a shortcut YouTube video or TikTok somebody made, and it made me want to see more of it. So I'll give it to
Well, hold on. There's one more anime that I left off the list because I didn't think it needed to be named because it was so good. Goblin Slayer.
Oh, shit. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That made people go, whoa, whoa.
Yo, the end of the very first episode of Goblin Slayer is just burned into my memory. I'll never forget that shit.
Oh, I was just like, oh, this is what they're doing. And then the Goblin Slayer showed up. And
so real quick, you were going to give it to that time I was reincarnated as a slime?
Yes, because I'm
over Devilman Crybaby?
Just because I've only seen bits and pieces.
I got you. Crybaby. So real quick, now that I threw Goblin Slayer into the mix.
Oh, Goblin Slayer took it because even after that first episode, like 5 episodes in, it was like really interesting, and it was really dope how they were explaining how this dude just wanted to kill goblins, bro. Just straight up, he's like, I don't care about, I just want to kill goblins. Big
Yeah, I love that.
goblins,
Nobody
small
took him seriously. Like all this dude does is kill goblins. Like
always
why?
rolled up
Why?
into the place to get his money, and then everybody's like, "Look at his armor, dude, bro is crusty," and he's just like, "Bro got head counts, bro. He's got the most goblin counts out of anybody, and he kills them savagely." So I'll give it to Goblin Slayer.
I mean, once again, I picked Devilman Crybaby, but if you're gonna go with Goblin Slayer and that's the tiebreaker, I'll go with Goblin Slayer for the year of 2018.
Okay.
And once again, that shit was fire, and I'm excited to watch the movie in the second season when they finally come out.
2019's list.
2019 is the hardest of the past decade. 100%.
Wow.
I'm just gonna read the names first, and then we can start arguing. So we have Dororo, Fire Force, Carol and Tuesday, The Rising of the Shield Hero, Dr. Stone, Fruits Basket, The Promised Neverland, Inland Saga, Demon Slayer, and Beastars.
Damn.
Some of these anime people will argue are the greatest anime of all time.
They are really good. I just finished Dororo. I'm a very big fan of that, and it was very confusing for me to jump into that, but I'm a big fan. Fire Force, yes. I'm a big Fire Force fan. I hate that it took me so long.
I know I asked you to watch Carol and Tuesday. Have you watched Carol and Tuesday yet?
No, I was gonna say I vaguely remember somebody saying that it must have been you. So I got that on the list now. The Rise of the Shield Hero, about 3 episodes in, and I'm for it. Dr. Stone, I gotta get through the rest of the first season, and I don't know if it's catching me, but a lot of my friends, including you, they are big fans of it. So I just got to give it that shot. Fruits Baskets, what's that about?
Fruits Baskets has to do with the Zodiac. It's a very like slice of life anime, but it's also mythical in a sense where it has to do with high schoolers where they come from this famous family, and everybody knows about the family, but nobody really knows the family. Where there's 13 of them. And they take over the 12 Zodiacs. And there's this one girl who is an orphan. You know, she has her friends. She befriends the family. And she becomes real close with the rat Zodiac and the cat Zodiac. And the cat is actually the 13th. And everybody feels sad for the cat, but the cat actually turns into a monster. And the whole family shuns the cat. And even in the mythology, if you look into it, nobody likes the cat. It's just bad. So, it's one of my favorite anime. I remember the first time I saw it. This is actually a remake, kind of like Hunter x Hunter for 2011. Fruits Basket was actually out earlier before this, but it came back out in 2019. And it's hard to say it's not the best anime. But there's no action. There's no real action in it. Once again, it's a slice of life anime, and the storytelling and the character development is dope. And then when you get to meet every Zodiac, you get excited. You're like, oh, who's the rabbit? Who's the ox? Who's the tiger? Like, oh, this motherfucker's the rooster? You know, shit like that, bro. Like, and it's pretty dope. It's a really good anime. Rising of the Shield Hero, bro.
Rising of the Shield Hero, Dr. Stone, Fruits Baskets. Promised
Neverland is fucking amazing.
I still have to start season 2. Season 1 was very good. Vinland Saga, I'm still in the middle of that.
Vinland Saga was one of my favorites of the year.
A lot of people tell me Vinland Saga would be that. Demon Slayer, everybody knows how I felt about season 1. Everyone knows how I feel about the movie. But season 2, hopefully, can recapture me or something.
Now, did you watch Beastars?
No, but I have been wanting to start this for a while. But I do.
Second season is coming soon.
Okay, I do know the premise of it, so that's good. There'll be 2 seasons of me to watch.
It's very different, man. You know, it's basically
I know.
Animals living as humans, and everybody's different.
I watch Zootopia with my daughter, so that's why I'm more excited to see it, because it's like I like.
Definitely don't watch Beastars with your daughter. I could say that.
Oh no! But I'm just saying, like the rabbit and the fox and the wolf or whatever. Like I get the concept of. I enjoy seeing animals trying to live normally amongst
it's very cool.
Some predators trying to be coexisting together, and I enjoyed that. So it's good to see that type of challenge.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. My pick for 2019 is gonna be Fire Force.
Oh, then shit, I second that because.
Oh hell yeah, bro!
God damn.
The first season was fucking amazing. The animation, when it's crazy because it came out around the same time Demon Slayer was coming out, and everybody was talking about him. But when Fire Force came out, the hype was so real for Demon Slayer that nobody was watching Fire Force.
Yeah, nobody was watching Fire Force and not seeing the real fire.
Oh man, yeah, exactly. And from the soundtracks to the characters to the way the season went, like they gave us so much more. And once again, I believe Demon Slayer is overhyped. I like Demon Slayer, but I loved Fire Force.
Oh, Dan, you know what? Nobody else believed Demon Slayer was more overhyped than me after watching Mugen Train. So shit. I will go with Fire Force 100%. And if it wasn't Fire Force, it would be, I would say Promised Neverland because that was so dark. Like just the concept mind and the main characters were children trying to escape.
Farming humans was
farming humans, yeah, bro.
And then they eat the dumb ones.
Yeah, bro. And then they say the juicy ones, smart ones, be like, yeah, no, like for the big boss. And I was like, bro, that's dark.
No, the biggest flip, right? Where it flipped me on my head, where I was like, wow, when you found out Ray was the son of Mother.
Yeah,
like the legit son. And I was just like, fuck.
And then she had him turning on everybody, like leaked in snitch and all types of shit. But it turns out that her story was
agent, bro.
Her story was just as sad. And I was just like, she's the monster. But they're like, yeah, but she had to go through this shit like the kids were going through in a different way. And then the black chick, what was her name?
I don't remember her name, but she was fucked.
Bro, she was fucked with them. She was like, yo, I'll help you kids. And then, to see her, like, before she died, bro. I was just like, her flashback and all that. It was beautiful.
I'm not going to lie. After Fire Force, I would have to put Carol on Tuesday. Now, a lot of people don't know it's from the same director of who worked on Cowboy Bebop. A lot of people don't know. They also say that Cowboy Bebop, Space Dandy, and Carol on Tuesday, they all come from the same universe.
Oh, they're all the same universe.
So that's why you see the same animation style and the same writing. It's about a pair of singers who are just trying to make it in the world. And, people from Earth are escaping to live on Mars, and people from Mars don't want people from Earth living there. And it's just dark. And, they have so many people, like actual musicians and artists that work on the show. So where it's dope. Like Denzel Curry plays one of the rappers on the show. Like, I don't know if you've ever listened to him, but he's really good. But yeah, all right. So we agreed Fire Force is number one. I'm kind of surprised we're torn on second place for 2019. But I would have Dororo at number 3 because I really love Dororo.
You just came back. You were like frozen for like 15 seconds. No sound. Nothing.
Oh, okay. I got you. We'll move on to the next one. 2020, man. The shit got pretty good in 2020. It did not disappoint. You have The God of High School. Tower of God. Keep Your Hands Off My Eizouken. Dorohedoro, and The Great Pretender. I fucking love all of these animes. I can't put The God of High School or Tower of God up there, so those will be my bottom 2. Keep Your Hands Off My Eizouken. I've watched that twice. Have you seen it?
No.
So it has to do with 3 girls in middle school. And they they want to join the anime club, but one of the girls is a famous model and she's not allowed to join the anime club. So they make a movie club, and in the movie club, they make their own anime. And it just basically shows you how people make anime. And you see, like, when they start thinking up ideas, you see their ideas come to life and play out. And then they actually, by the end of like every few episodes, you'll see an anime they've been working on come to life. And they break down every little detail. And it was so cool. It actually won Anime of the Year for 2020 on Crunchyroll. But not a lot of people agreed with that. I thought The Great Pretender should have won Anime of the Year. I know I've told you to watch that multiple times.
I started it, and it's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's really funny. Once again, it's like Ocean's 11 just as an anime.
Yeah.
And it's just so clever. And I love writing. So when you're able to captivate me and suck me into what I want to see, what the fuck happens and how it ends, I'm all for it. Dorohedoro, we both watched that. That one had the most action out of all these on the list besides God of High School, but it had that magic factor in there as well.
Dorohedoro
with a lot of death.
Lit. That's my number 1. Sorry.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna go with Dorohedoro as well.
That was it, bro. They were dudes freaking chopping their finger bits off and all types of shit. Bro, Dorohedoro was lit. And
The animation was beautiful.
the comedy from like everybody who works for the Mushroom Dude. Oh my god, that show was awesome.
Mr. N.
Mr. N, bro.
Yeah.
But I'll go with it, and I love how most of it, sort of the characters came full circle. Like, yo, you saved me that one time. I remember you. I got your back. Like, yo, we gotta kill this dude. Nah, man, sorry, too bad. You're not gonna get your revenge. He did me a solid. I'm gonna let him live. But it's just I thought Dodo was my favorite, and I really like Tower of God like a lot. Like
Tower of God was really good, but I don't think it was even better than God of High School.
See, I still have to watch God of High School.
Oh man, bro, you're doing yourself a disservice. A lot of great anime you're missing out on.
Yeah, there's a lot of anime I'm trying to miss up on. So I'm missing on. So I'm trying.
All right, so I think we got our list for the best anime of the decade. I'm gonna go ahead and read them off. So and they're not in any order right now. We just have 10. So I'm just gonna name them. We have Fate Zero, Psycho Pass, Attack on Titan, Parasite the Maximum, One Punch Man. 2016 we were torn, but we're gonna go ahead and give it to Mob Psycho at number 6. We're gonna put Boruto there. Then we have Goblin Slayer at 2018, Fire Force 2019, and then number 20 Dorohedoro. I think that's a pretty damn good list.
It is a good list.
I think people are gonna argue with us like crazy in the comments. And once again, if you don't agree with our list, that's cool. As long as you support anime, that's all we care about. Drop your list in the comments. Let us know. Get at us. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. Let us know.
Or be mean to us. I mean, I can always just laugh at them.
Once again, we're called angry fans, man. If you're not getting angry at what we're saying, then we're doing something wrong here. You know, we want all the hate. Hey. But all right, man, we're going to move on to another topic. This one I found interesting. I learned this just by searching the web. Top entertainment in the business, like top entertainment franchises. And I found a list of the top 25. And I was amazed because there was a lot of anime on this list with a lot of other different things. So I'm just going to start from the bottom. A lot of this
list is my life.
Like, yo, right? I grew up with the majority of this shit.
A lot of my money is here.
Yeah, I've looked at the dollar amount, and I'm like, yeah, I've given a lot of money to this, a lot of money. But I'm gonna go ahead and start at number 25. You have Transformers at $17.220 billion. I was actually surprised by this. I know the Transformers franchise is huge with the movies and the cartoon shows, and I know the toys were huge back in the day. Yeah. And I had so many of the Beast Wars toys.
Yep, them too.
So fucking many. I had Cheetor. I had Optimus Prime as the ape. I had Rhino. I had Ratso. I had all of them, bro.
Bane, Rat Trap, Tarantulas, Black Widow, fucking Dinobot was my
and then you had the Dinobots, bro. Yeah, that shit was crazy, bro. That shit was fire, man. And I even went back and tried watching it, and I can't believe I thought that shit was so sick as a kid. It is so bad. This is so bad.
I try going back and watching a lot of things, and I'm like, bro, I can't watch shows like Mighty Max anymore.
Yeah, no, it's terrible.
They're so cringy.
But coming up next, we have the Peanuts franchise. You know, Charlie Brown and crew. Which I understand. There's so many people love Charlie Brown and Snoopy. You know, they're on our TV every holiday, whether it's Thanksgiving, Halloween with the Great Pumpkin. There's not a lot of Halloween movies out there. Christmas stories with that little danky ass Christmas tree. Charlie Brown's fucking everywhere. I am surprised to see it's over Transformers, honestly.
Well, there's a lot of people who still celebrate. Like, there's more people now who buy the Peanuts Charlie Brown tree for Christmas.
Oh, yes. Oh, so many people. Especially because, everybody's living in tiny apartments nowadays.
Very true.
After that, we go into something that was huge in my childhood. I got all my Yu-Gi-Oh cards right next to me in my closet.
It was the cards.
Yu-Gi-Oh at number 23, over $19 billion. Fucking wow, dude. I did not expect that.
They made so many Yu-Gi-Oh movies and shows that I didn't even know about. But
there's so many spinoffs.
And the cards the cards themselves.
The video games.
The toy card deck.
Yeah.
On your wrist, bro. Come on, yo. Yu-Gi-Oh! That was a moneymaker.
Yeah, it was. I thought they fucked up when they tried to introduce the dice. That's where they lost me. But yeah,
okay.
that's neither here nor there. After Yu-Gi-Oh, at number 22, you have James Bond, which I was surprised how low this was because James Bond, everybody knows James Bond, especially with GoldenEye. GoldenEye being like the number one Nintendo 64 game back in the day. You know, all the movies.
Then all the movies that were made way before with like Sean Connery and stuff. So like,
then right after that, you have Lord of the Rings, only making a little bit more, only 37 million more. Like that's fucking crazy.
They still have time.
Oh yeah, they can still make so much more, especially you know Amazon working on the TV show, which I'm pretty sure that's gonna bring so much more.
They make another Shadow of Mordor game, you guarantee I'm gonna give my money to that again.
Bro, do you remember the Lord of the Rings game back on PS2, bro? I fucking love that.
Return of the King, bro.
Yo, this shit was jam,
bro.
I don't know why they don't do that. Like, bring that shit back. Make an open world Lord of the Rings game, bro.
I've talked to people about like.
Let me pick an elf, human, dwarf. Let me do my thing, bro. I'm a little young mage. Let me do it.
Open world.
I'll even be a hobbit, bro. Just give me a little dagger, yo. I'll just roll around.
Hobbits get picked up by big spiders, and that's not my jam.
Number 20. My favorite anime of all time, One Piece, at over $20 billion. The number one selling manga of all time. So I'm actually surprised to see how low this is. Because there's other animes that are higher above it on the list, and it's the number one selling manga.
I'm looking at these numbers right now, and not one of them are mine. So I have to disagree. I'm just fucking with you. No, One Piece is definitely long going. And this,
bro, I got the poster right here.
Yeah,
I got all the figures up here.
Fans to it. Yeah, dude. I mean, we were talking about The Last Hero, and even they made a joke about it in their series.
Exactly. So yeah. And it's not even that. Big. Like the creator of Naruto. You know, they've shown so much love for One Piece. Yo, in the last chapter of Naruto, they threw out the straw hat symbol on the Hokage statues.
Yeah.
Like, so, like, you know, that's love right there, bro. That's love. And I'm so happy about that. And One Piece to this day, they still show love for Naruto on all their covers as well. So I'm happy that happened. But going up the list, Toy Story is at number 19, bro.
I mean, even at number 19, it's great that they made the list because Toy Story definitely did it big for Disney in general. Just
for sure. Back in the 90s, bro, breaking that
everybody
wall.
needed to own a Woody and everybody needed to own a Buzz. Then they had Jessie. Then they had this character. And they had that guy. Like,
yo, Rex was the one I wanted as a kid so bad, bro. And then the little RC car, bro.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, and then what's it called? I had the Toy Story video games back on the original PlayStation.
Yeah, I love
that was my shit.
The Pixar animation on a side scroll, it was dope. And then people who've played Kingdom Hearts all know that a lot of characters from Toy Story pop up in that.
Yeah.
So it's real dope. The Toy Story is a money maker. Yeah, any movie they make, Tom Hanks and Tim Allen get paid again. Like I'll watch every Toy Story movie.
I'll die watching those movies, dude. Like
the last one was so good.
You know, not to go too far, I actually just learned this, and I was actually kind of shocked. And I'm surprised cancel culture is not trying to cancel Toy Story. The "You Got a Friend in Me" singer is actually a known racist, bro.
Yeah,
he is really dark, bro. He believes in beating women, hating black people. Yo, this dude, like, if you actually look into it, I just learned this like 2 days ago because of this list, and I was shocked. I was fucking shocked. Like, how does Disney still allow that song to be played? Like, I am surprised cancel culture have not attacked this man. Even when I'm thinking about that, I got the song playing in my head right now. You got a friend. Like, it's a great fucking song, bro.
They're gonna get him eventually. Somebody's already out.
Oh man, it's crazy. But not to get sidetracked. The next franchise we have is the Cars franchise. You know, with Lightning McQueen. I'm honestly surprised this is higher than James Bond, Toy Story, One Piece, Yu-Gi-Oh!
I was gonna say, I'm surprised this is higher than Toy Story.
Yeah, like Cars. Like I don't know. I didn't know it was that deep, but good shit for Owen Wilson.
A lot of kids really loved Cars.
Yeah, I know everybody had the Lightning McQueen bed. I know that was really popular when that first came out. But like, they didn't really make like video games for it. Like, I didn't see a lot of figures for it out there, but I also wasn't looking, so I can't speak on it. But moving on above that, I wish Johnny X Boston was here to talk about this. I'm kind of shocked Fist of the North Star at 17, over $21 billion. I did not know, because I even told you guys I never watched Fist of the North Star.
Yeah.
I played him in the video games, but like that's all my knowledge to that extent. I have him in my queue. I'm watching about a few different animes right now that I'm about to start that one next to get back into it. But
yeah,
bro, did you expect to see Fist of the North Star so high, worth this much money?
Not at all, actually.
Like apparently in Japan and in other countries, like Fist of the North Star, people still buy merchandise to this day. Like they're putting in work.
Then it's the real thing.
All right, man. So going up the list, we have Barbie, and I'm actually shocked to see how low Barbie is because I would expect this to be a lot higher, man.
16.
Number 16 at only $24 billion, bro.
My daughter's still asking for dumb shit that's on the TV from Barbie. Don't you realize it's all a con? That's what I keep trying to tell my kid. I'm like, oh, Barbie can do this and that. Bro, you know, she can do really good. Take my money. Get out of here. Please, Barbie, this low on the list. Who? What Barbie? That you've been robbing me since day one. Been robbing my family for centuries. It's Barbie, this low on the list. She should be number one. Goddamn con artist.
I agree with you. And when it first came out, I know it was like the number one hot selling thing. And to this day, people still buy Barbies. Like I know grown men who go out and will collect that shit. I remember I got to a point where I almost told my girl, I was like, look, you know, I'm collecting stuff to sell it. Like, you know, when these exclusive Barbies come out, these exclusive Disney princesses come out, I want to buy it. Like, but I ended up not going that route. Don't worry, I don't have no Barbies. I don't have no Disney princesses. But I know there's money to be made. Look at how much money they're making. Over $24 billion. That's crazy.
Well, to say the dude's got a $1 worth friggin' billions.
That's insane to me. But all right, man. Moving up, the next anime we got Dragon Ball, bro. I'm just happy Dragon Ball is above Barbie. Dragon Ball has been around. It actually came out on my birthday. I was born 91, but Dragon Ball came out February 26, 1986. And I grew up. That was the first anime I was ever introduced. I know so many people all over the world. I'm surprised Dragon Ball is not higher because people who don't watch anime still know Dragon Ball. They've at least seen it. They have a shirt.
People still buy Scouters.
Yeah, the Scouters, bro.
The Scouters and Vegeta's armor.
Goku's t-shirt. They can never give Goku a new outfit because people will always buy that shirt.
People are wearing his symbol on their workout gear and shit like that. I was just like, bro, do you even know who you're representing right now? Did you give him your energy? Because I did. What's wrong with you? But yeah, Dragon Ball should have been higher, I think, because it still bangs. Like the Broly movie and a whole bunch of other things that come. Every video game that they've released has been really good, so I'm really surprised that it's low. But there's so many other competitors.
Next one up, we go to the DC Universe, Batman, bro. And Batman's at 14 at only $26 billion.
How are you not in the top 10? That's what's wrong.
Yo,
what do I do with my money?
All the video games, all the comic books, all the figures.
Nolan. Oh, Christian Bale. Oh.
Bro, we all know the number one Batman was George Clooney. Stop.
Yeah, jokes, huh? You're a real funny individual, aren't you?
No, I don't think that at all. I just that was one of the worst movies I've ever witnessed of all time. But that's why it's not in the top 10, bro, because you put out Batman changes who he is all the time. If you just had Christian Bale from the beginning and call it a day, I think it would be a lot higher. But once again, that Adam West TV show, it's corny as hell, bro.
Bro, it was a different time.
People loved it. I saw people posting it the other day on Facebook. Oh, this is my favorite rendition of the Batman. Forget all the cartoons and the movies. Adam West is the best. No, he's not. Stop it. Not even for nostalgia. It was terrible. The only good thing about that show was Robin. Robin was fucking hilarious. And then that Batmobile was fresh.
The only good thing about that part of the Batman back then and that show is I was not alive.
Yeah, exactly.
So I will take what I have with Michael Keaton on and also with Kevin Conroy. Yeah. But Batfleck is also one of my favorite ones. So I think there's a whole bunch of there's so much room for Batman.
Oh yeah, man. The Batman's the Samurai Batman, that shit was sick.
A lot of good ones, man.
But moving
awesome.
on, we have
Sure.
Gundam right above it. Not by much, but Gundam's right above it by 11 million, number 13. And we were just talking about Gundam in past episodes. Gundam is fucking everywhere.
Merchandise, yeah, the merchandise for Gundam like really like headlined it. Like a lot of people bought a lot of Gundam statue pieces. Like,
oh man, the bus
build them.
figures and
you build them and put them together. And
the model kits that you can build and put together. In Japan, they have a Gundam cafe.
Yeah.
One of the number one destinations you can visit in Japan. Like I want to go there when I go to Japan. And once again, I'm not even a Gundam fan, but I want to fucking go there. I want to see that giant ass Gundam. What, are you serious?
I want a picture with it.
Right above Gundam, we have Spider-Man at number 12 at 27 billion. That's amazing to me that Spider-Man by himself is so high. It's just Spider-Man. And to me, Spider-Man was my favorite hero growing up, besides Namor. Obviously, my favorite villain is Doctor Doom. But that's my top 3 from Marvel. But I'm happy to see Spidey up there. And just like a lot of kids out there, a lot of people, the very first superhero movie they saw, because Blade wasn't a superhero movie, was Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. And, you know, that shit changed my life when I was a kid.
Blade, ready to die. Bro, like, I have to sit down for that one because, granted, when the Tobey Maguire movie came out, that's what we had.
Bro, that was game-changing. That was life-changing.
Then it was. But we also grew, and we grew with the films, and we watched them evolve. Personally, for me, the Andrew Garfield ones were one of my favorite ones because.
I mean, I thought they told better stories until we got to the second one. The one with Jamie Foxx. The second one with
Jamie Foxx was, but Harry Osborn, I loved every bit of that. And the actor who played him. Like, it's interesting to see all the takes they have. And then Tom Holland's, I
mean, from the first Spider-Man to Spider-Man 2 with Doc Ock, like that to me, that's one of the best comic book movies of all time. Yeah,
I think the second one was the best.
The third one was a complete flop, but the second one, the first 2 were really fucking good. But you know, speaking of that, the very next one on the list is the MCU. The MCU looking at $1.28 billion. I'm surprised this isn't worth more. I'm honestly surprised it's not worth more. But we know with Phase 5 coming out and all these other things going on, you know, it's definitely going to keep growing. And from figures to comic books to movies, it's just going to keep growing, man. Right after that, at number 10, and I'm happy to hear it, Harry Potter. The Harry Potter
wizard.
The $30.8 billion. That's fucking insane. I've put so much money into Harry Potter merchandise, so I can't really speak it. My bottom shelf right below me, I have almost every single Harry Potter pop. I don't have it up with the anime. It's on the bottom. Hufflepuff all day. That's all.
Harry Potter, all the movies are dope.
Yeah. And every Christmas I go down and I watch all those movies. Harry Potter movies, Christmas movies. Please remember that. Number 9 was Shonen Jump, bro. The Shonen Jump franchise is number 9, and I'm amazed by this because you have One Piece, who is in the top 20. You have Gundam, and you have Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
And then you have Shonen Jump right there. And One Piece and Dragon Ball are part of Shonen Jump. So I'm very curious to see how those numbers actually play out. I wanted to do more research on that, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
But with Shonen Jump comics, that so many people in Japan or around the world, they read those comments faithfully. They give you so many different stories. So I understand why it's so popular. But to think that manga and video games and propaganda were able to generate all of that money, over $34 billion fucking dollars, that's insane, man. I'm so happy because people can't dispute it. Because there's so many people out there who still aren't fans of anime. Well, once again, we have James Bond at the bottom of this list. We have Barbie at the bottom of this list. We have Transformers at the bottom of this list. But we have anime in the top 10 above Harry Potter and shit like that. Like, that's amazing. Number 8, Mario, the Mario franchise. I'm honestly surprised this isn't in the top 3. How many times have you bought a Mario game? Yeah. But like, no, seriously, no. Like, I've bought almost every Mario game.
Anytime there's a new, see, I'm not a big fan of most of them. I mean, I like the original classics, and like
that's what I mean. The retro ones, like Super Mario,
but like Mario Party and like all that other stuff. Like, I mean, they're all awesome and stuff, but like when it comes to me, like Smash Bros. In time, like
Mario's heading the show in Smash Bros. too.
I picked out to Mario all the time.
Nah, Mario is once again, we've all grown up with it. Like you said, you're a fan of those retro classics. I've bought Super Mario's 1 through 3, Super Mario's Bros, Super Mario World. I bought those games so many times, whether they were on emulators on my phone or from Nintendo 64 to the Wii to the Switch. And now I'm happy they're giving them away for free with Nintendo Online, because I probably would have bought them again, man.
That golf version that they're coming out with.
Oh yeah, the new golf game coming out. Yeah, that shit looks dope.
I can have my money.
Right above that, we have Disney Princesses at $45.1 billion.
The biggest sham there ever was.
Disney Princesses?
A bunch of them who were pressed all the time. Bro, listen, I watch these movies with my dog. So, like, it's so sad to see most of these, like, just girls being told what they have to do and who they have to marry and all this good stuff.
I mean, but then you have they're changing the game though.
Yeah, what? As soon as Moana and Elsa showed up, yeah, thank God.
Well, no, they also had the redhead. What was the chick from Brave? I don't know her name.
And I'm sorry, they just barely add her in as princess, and you know what they say every time? What's her name again?
Yeah,
what did we just say?
Yeah.
It's like legit. But as far as Disney princesses and the elites, they had a really good scene in Wreck-It Ralph 2. Where like they all ask the little girl questions of like, how are you not in duress? Like the little girl's like, yo, what kind of movies are y'all in, bro?
Yeah.
Like she was just like, yo, so you see, like it was just like, yo, it's crazy because they're only at that number because they used the women they wanted the way they wanted to use them in these old movies and stuff. Because like watching Sleeping Beauty with my daughter now, and I'm like, bro, what is good? Why is he just walking in here and kissing this girl who's unconscious? Like, whoa, red flag, chill out. And then freaking like Belle is being held captive by a beast that she's trying to sleep with to free her father. And I'm like, God damn. Like,
I'm not even gonna lie. When I was a kid, I questioned Beauty and the Beast, and I was like, why do people like this? Why do people like this? Like, this isn't good. If you didn't have the candle and the little clock in there, talking to her, like just letting him know
it was gonna be a dark movie.
It was very dark, and a lot of the Disney princesses stuff. You got to remember, they all come from dark fairy tales.
It was the most racist movie I've ever seen, but they were like, "We want to let you guys know that this is what happened," and then most people still be like, "Yeah, Columbus Day," and then be like, "Yo, did y'all not watch Pocahontas? Y'all not know what happened? Did you know?" Because Pocahontas was dark. I don't care what anybody says. When I first saw that movie and it came out, I was like, "Yo, this is a very good movie," but God damn this. I was like, if people don't, like, if you try to explain to people, I'm like, yo, then how did y'all go and pay for this Pocahontas movie? Would y'all didn't think this was real? Y'all thought this was a made-up Disney story? You think that the Pilgrims just magically showed up? And then I was just like, yo, some people just really aren't that educated to see, like, the crazy racism Disney does. And then I remember when Family Guy was talking about, like, they were like, oh, this is the Disney universe. And I was like, yeah, they're pretty bad, bro. They do a lot of their own cancel culture, the people who work for them, but it's Disney princesses, dude. Like my daughter has all this shit, so they get my money all the time, no matter what.
Yeah, man. I joked earlier in the show, like I said, like the Disney princess, even the figures they release every year, like those things sell for mad fucking money.
Like I said, every one of those princesses who were in Wreck-It Ralph, like they're collectibles, bro. Like every one of them. So it's crazy. I'm pretty sure they'll do a doll send-off where they're all wearing shit from that movie. I'll buy all those for my daughter and shit. They can't open them, though. They're going to be worth money. But go back to the list. I apologize.
All right, man. Next on the list, Anipleman. And this is a children's show in Japan.
Oh, yeah. I know. I know.
It started back in 1973 until the author passed away in 2013. But once again, it's a children's story. So many people, a lot of people know in Japan, like families to get together, they go watch the newest anime episodes together. When a movie hits theaters, they take their families to go watch it. They'll go with their grandparents. Like anime is huge in Japan and other cultures. It's not like how people look at it in America. And Anipleman is just something that people grew up with, you know, and they just, that's what you watched. And then, you know, just like we're talking about earlier, like how passionate you got about, you know, Boruto and like how you just want to see how it ends. People want to see how Anipleman keeps going because it was on for so long. So, you know, it really just comes down to nostalgia. But after that, number 5, I'm surprised this wasn't top 3, Star Wars.
Yeah, well, we're number top 5, so I'm with it.
And I do think that number will go up, especially with the new park at Disney. With them putting the Star Wars shit there, everybody getting their own lightsaber, shit like that.
Everything.
And then you have the expansion in the Disney universe with Marvel now, with the Bad Batch and the Mandalorian and all these other shows we have to come. And then the video games, Star Wars is just gonna grow. I wouldn't be surprised when it's all said and done if it gets in the top 3. Because
went nowhere.
I do think it will hit the top 3 eventually. Because there's a couple of them that are questionable that will definitely fall out because they're dying franchises.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to the next one. Number 4, Mickey House and Friends. Mickey House and Friends is never going away. Little kids will watch that shit forever.
It was on my TV this morning. Like, if for some reason Chip and Dale are in it now and they cause mischief for Donald, and Donald be doing some savage shit to them. Makes me laugh.
That's fucking hilarious.
But no. That's still on. Shit, Mickey Mouse comes on with commercials and he'd be like, it's time to wash our hands and brush our teeth and shit. I'll be jumping up singing with him like, yeah, Jasmine, get your ass up and start doing this stuff. Let's go. Round and round.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people now that they have TV shows, but when I was a kid, we didn't have Mickey Mouse and Friends. I had the Disney children's books. Those are the books I learned how to read with.
Yeah.
So I know all the stories just from reading them as a kid. Yeah. That's how I learned how to read.
Adventures, yeah.
So that shit's never gonna go away. When I have a kid, I plan on letting them read the same books.
What was the golden books that had like the golden rim on the outside?
Yeah, they had the golden rim, and then you open it up, there would be like the circle of all the characters around.
Yeah.
Like that shit was dope. And every time I got a new book, I would be so happy. And then I got older and Captain Underpants came out and I was like, fuck this. And then Harry Potter came out, But after that, we have Winnie the Pooh, which I was surprised to see sit in the top 3. But I know my mom and her friends growing up, that was their shit.
Jen's obsessed with Winnie the Pooh. It's always been our thing.
Bro, Winnie the Pooh is dark if you actually think about it and you sit down and watch it, what's going on. What's going on with Christopher Robin, playing with imaginary animals in the woods. Then you have fucking Eeyore, this sad, sadistic, depressed donkey. Yeah, it's a wild ass show, man, when you actually get down to it. But did you watch the live action Christopher Robin movie that came out?
No, and I'm like excited to. No, I've seen parts of it. So I've watched the majority of it, but I haven't finished it. But like I knew like front to back, I was in my feels.
Very, very dark movie. Very sad, dark movie. Christopher Robin grows up. He forgets his friends, but somehow he's able to get back to him. And it's very good. And the animation on it was beautiful. A lot of people thought they hated how they looked. I thought it was amazing, especially for what they were supposed to be.
I remember seeing the trailer for the first time, and I was like, "Oh, my heart!"
Yeah, we all know Winnie the Pooh. I don't know anybody who doesn't know the song or doesn't know the characters and all the names, so that's never gonna go away. But I do think it will fall out of the top 3. Number 2, I'm surprised this one's here. Hello Kitty, but
80 billion for Hello Kitty. I've only bought my daughter 2 Hello Kitty things, and they were stuffed animals, and we already get rid of them.
But that's the thing, right? It's the fact that there's so many people in the world, right? But almost everybody has at least bought one Hello Kitty item.
Sad.
Not everybody can say the same thing about Winnie the Pooh, James Bond, Dragon Ball Z, anything. Almost everybody, bro. Once again, I collect stuff. In my closet right now, I told my girl this when it first came out, when I was running a sports store. We ended up getting Hello Kitty Patriots items, and I bought a little Hello Kitty Patriots doll, and it's still in its plastic. And I said, when we have our first daughter, this is what she's gonna get for the first time. She's gonna get a little Hello Kitty in a Patriots uniform. So I mean, even I have supported Hello Kitty.
Moving on. This is the Hello Kitty. Damn.
So number 1. No surprise at all. We're talking about something that has hosted the Olympics. We're talking about the mascot of the country. We're talking about something that is all over the world in everybody's household. Pokemon is number 1 at over $92 billion, $12 billion more than number 2. Fucking
teach me. I'll teach you.
Everybody knows the intro to the original. It's still going on over 25 years later. I was watching Pokemon last night. Netflix is redoing it. So I was legit. I had cards in my hand. They just released new Pokemon cards, but now you can get a Rainbow Charizard. And I was like, bro, I want this card.
After Detective Pikachu, I want a solo Squirtle Squad movie. That's all I want.
I don't think we'll get a solo Squirrel Squad movie, but because Detective Pikachu did so good, I do think we will get more live action Pokemon movies.
We need a Squirtle Squad movie.
As long as they don't do a Detective Pikachu too, like I want to see an actual like Pokemon movie.
Yeah, Squirtle Squad. The Adventures of the Squirtle Squad. Let's do it. Back.
So let me just get sidetracked real quick. Let me ask you this. So you have a choice between four. I'm gonna say four Pokemon. Your first four Pokemon. You have Bulbasaur. You have Charmander. You have Squirtle. You have Pikachu. What are you picking?
Squirtle would be good to have because in water. Charmander would be really heavy in fire. I think Bulbasaur would give you poison ivy or bugs. More bugs.
He wouldn't give you none of that.
He might keep bugs away from you. And Pikachu might poop on your carpet. So I would go with I'll go with the Charmander.
You going with Charmander?
I'll go with Charmander.
You know, it's funny. I thought you were gonna say Squirtle. Squirtle was always my pick for the first one.
Well, Squirtle eventually becomes a hideous giant turtle with cannon rockets.
Yo, Blastoise is a fucking monster, bro.
Yeah. I'm thinking about having a Blastoise.
Hey man, I'm a Pisces, man. I want to be in the water. I can be on my Blastoise back while we're chilling, bro. That's all I know.
Set stuff on fire with Charmander.
But all right, man. And speaking on this list, right? So Pokemon's created back in 1996. So it's averaged nearly over $4 billion a year since it came out. Like that's how insane the love of Pokemon is. And I remember back in 96, I was 5 years old. I got Pokemon cards almost every year leading up to, I want to say like 2002, 2003. Back at 5 years ago when the 20th anniversary cards came out, I bought every single set and I have every single card. I collected them. I even have my Pokemon card app on my phone where I track all the cards. That now the 25th anniversary is out and they're releasing all new special edition cards. I want to get back on the train, but it's a very expensive hobby, man. It's crazy. There's people who are sleeping out places just to get these cards. It's stupid. Do you see anything topping Pokemon ever?
If it's not Disney, no. I see Pokemon doing great things it's been doing. The way Pokemon Go has been running. I mean, what a perfect time for Pokemon Go to come when it can. And then during the pandemic, where people literally didn't have shit to do.
Yeah,
people could still play Pokemon Go, and then they made it much better for people to play Pokemon Go from home.
Yeah,
like friends from all over the world. You can trade with them anytime you want. You can battle them anytime you want. This is Pokemon. You got to catch them all if you want to be the very best.
Yeah, and then now they have the new Pokemon game that's getting ready to come out, where it's going to be an open world Pokemon game. So, and that's something that we've all been dreaming about, especially since I was 5 years old. So I am so happy.
Have you not played Pokemon Sword and Shield?
Oh, bro, I have over 600 hours on Pokemon Sword, bro. I got the DLC and everything.
It's an open world too.
Yeah, no, but this next one's supposed to be actually different. Even though they said this Pokemon world was Pokemon Sword and Shield was supposed to be open world, it wasn't really open world. So I'm very curious to see how this next one plays out. We'll see if it's the game we promised. I think this one's going to be the one they promised us for Sword and Shield. To me, Sword and Shield was the same thing. It was just 3D.
Yeah,
that's all it was. But yeah, man. That was a good talk. You know, I'm very excited about the entertainment business and how things are growing. I think it's only going to get better. And I do see One Piece getting into the top 10 before it's all said and done, especially when that shit comes to an end, because that merchandise is going to sell like fucking crazy. That's all I'm saying.
And they'll see not a peso from me.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna end the show with our last topic. It's just an E3 review. You know, we're just gonna talk about the highlights from E3. I'm not gonna lie, I was very underwhelmed.
Yeah.
This one wasn't really, you know, what I expected to be. Especially, you know, we had a whole pandemic go on. I expected a lot more excitement, a lot more releases, because everybody's had so much time to work on shit. But at the same time, I know there was a lot of delays on a lot of games and in the studio because of the pandemic. So, you know, it's a double-edged sword. Even though we were able to stay home, enjoy, you know, a lot of anime and video games, a lot of people weren't able to work. So, you know, I can't really say that. But from what I did see, you know, my favorite games were Breath of the Wild 2. Even though we only saw a little snippet, we didn't see much. Halo Infinite. I'm very excited to get back into Halo. They lost me on the last one. Halo 2 was the last Halo I really liked. So I'm very excited about Halo Infinite. The Outer Worlds 2. I was surprised we got a trailer for that, bro. The original Outer Worlds was
amazing. That trailer was annoying as hell. And then once they were like, Outer Worlds 2, I was like, yeah.
That was the thing, right? Nobody really knew it was Outer Worlds 2 until they said it.
Until they said it. And I was like, that's something Outer Worlds 2. That was perfect. I was like, I can't wait to start over again.
My favorite game from what I saw was this Metroid game, Metroid Dread. Really I am so fucking excited about this. I never had a Metroid game to play like this. I can't even remember. I think they said it's been 19 years since they last made a Metroid game. But this is the first time as an adult I'm able to actually play one. I've been hoping for a Metroid movie or a game or something for the longest time. And I'm so happy it's finally here because this looks so fucking cool. The graphics, the style, it's just, I'm very excited. And I watched every second of what they released on that. Besides that, the Guardians of the Galaxy game looks fucking amazing. Running around a Star-Lord, flipping and spinning, shooting off lasers. That shit looked really cool. I'm very excited about that. Far Cry 6, that shit looks like it's about to get dark. I've never been interested in Far Cry.
They're all dark.
I never played them. I know you've been a big fan of all of them, but I'm very excited to play this one.
Well, shit. Like I told you, anytime you want, install Far Cry 3, 4, and 5, and I'll run co-op with you through them all.
I'm going to have to do it, man, because
they're all co-op. They're really fun.
Exciting.
They're really fun. I love co-op call
games.
Animals to help you and stuff. It's dope.
The last one I saw that I really liked and I'm looking forward to, and I still want to learn more about it, is Avatar, Frontiers on Pandora. I don't know what this game's going to be like. I don't know if it's going to be open world. I don't know if I can choose to be a human. I don't know if I could choose to be an avatar. I don't know if I can choose what side I want to be on or if it's just a story game. I want to know if there's going to be multiplayer, humans versus the avatars, like, shit like that. That shit could be sick, bro. But the graphics look amazing.
I think if they're late with that game.
Oh, 100% late. But, I think they're actually doing it at the right time, too, because, book 2, 3, 4, it's all coming in these next few years. So I think they're doing it at the perfect time because if the hype is real for the game when the movie comes out, it's just going to kill it. And I can even see when the movie comes out, they drop more DLC for the game for multiplayer. And, I don't even know if there's going to be multiplayer, but if they play their cards
they
right,
need to do something smack out of the park because I've been waiting for something after
this. Yeah, especially after Avengers failed with that shit show of a video game.
No, don't count your ducats yet because that Black Panther DLC looks fire. And I'm playing the Hawkeye.
Yo, bro, didn't you get it on PlayStation so you can get Spider-Man?
You're trying to be funny now.
Yo, how's that Spider-Man gameplay, bro?
Yeah, have you even played Spider-Man 1 or Miles Morales yet? Funny.
When Spider-Man comes to the Avengers, then I'll be able to play that, bro. That's how long it will be.
Oh, that's when you'll play the first Spider-Man game?
Yeah.
I'll already be on the Guardians of the Galaxy with Star-Lord, but you'll be like, hey, I'm just playing the Spider-Man game. Really good game.
I'm just saying, man, they keep releasing DLC. They haven't even gave people what they promised them when it first came out.
I told you the Kate Bishop DLC was dope, and I'm going to start the Hawkeye one, and it looks dope, and that Black Panther one was fire. But
I will definitely get the Black Panther DLC because I do have the game, and I do enjoy it. From what I know, the servers are still trash, and the game still has a lot of bugs. They keep putting money in all the DLC, and they keep trying to get people to buy, but, they need more support. It's just a failure. In my eyes, it's just a failure. That could have been the greatest gaming franchise of all if they did it right, and they just fucked it all up.
True.
But that's it for the show, man. Do you got anything to add?
Hopefully next time we link up, we'll talk about Record of Ragnarok.
Yes, sir.
We'll talk about episodes 1. We'll talk about episodes 2 and 3 of Loki. And Sweet Tooth will finally close that chapter of my life and then talk about that. But we also have Rick and Morty is coming this Father's Day weekend.
Yes, sir.
They're coming back for another season. So I need to rewatch two of the seasons before that. I let them rack up like crazy. So I'll get to have all of them back to back to back. So
I'm about to start rewatching all of Rick and Morty right now, bro. I'm about to eat dinner, start right from season 1.
I'm about to eat dinner and get back on some of this video game life. So.
But no, you're right, man. Next episode, we're going to do Loki review. We can go over that. We can go over Bad Batch. Record of Ragnarok. I'm going to be all cut up by the time we do the next episode. We can go over that. Way of the Household Husband. I know you finally finished that. We can finally talk about that. But yeah, our next episode, we'll do a huge review and we'll go over everything. We'll probably do one video just dedicated to Loki. We can go over episodes 1 through 3 because there's so much information. So we'll definitely go into that. But yeah, man, it was a great show. Thank you very much for joining me tonight.
Hey, you know what I like to? I like doing this. There's plenty of content coming out all the time. So
yes, sir.
I can't wait to talk about Way of the Household Husband. A lot of people need to watch that.
We should definitely do a Record of Ragnarok full review video, like episode by episode.
Can I say the Household Husband with the supermarket and bro, the chick who was from the other family, and she's like, I run the supermarket now. But my husband's business is done, so now I have to.
Yeah.
So then, like, anytime he was in there and she kept dropping shit, he kept fixing it, and then her dudes rolled up like,
her bodyguards like, boss,
and then bro, that show is amazing.
They realized who he was. They're like, oh, you got a problem?
Bro,
and all of a sudden he's like, yes, I'm looking for this. And she's like, oh, I can help you.
You extra charge me for this. And it's like, yo, you trying to pick a fight with the ma'am? What? She goes, no, I did overcharge him. But bro, when she was out back with the cat, and then it was his cat, and then he walked up and she's like, mind your business. I was like, bro, that show is really good. I'm happy with it. But
so you finally saw the part I was talking about when he saw his old boss?
Bro.
And they were in the park.
The sweater, and then the boss on the ground like, oh my God, he's so cute. Taking pictures with his dog and shit, bro. I was dead. And then the old women came up and he goes, this is all we need. We got everything we have right here to fix this dog's
when he's like, oh, he hasn't eaten in days. He's like, oh, I got you. Don't worry about this.
Bro, dude. He was like, yo, did you not tell him that the dude higher ups want to hire him? Nah, man, that man's right where he needs to be. House husband, bro. I was lit. I love it.
I can't wait for that to come back. That was such a good anime. Once again, for me, that's one of the best animes of 2021 so far.
Who ordered the Frappuccino? Me. His hand went up so fast. Just like, you ain't pulling. You like the dude's just like he's working as a waiter. That shit was lit. Oh, that can't. But all right, let's get this. Let's wrap up the show. Everybody, see you next time. Shit.
On that note, peace, man.
Later, bro.